Alright, what is up guys? Aaron here from Sound Resolution, and here we are. Oh boy, that's too far forward. Alright, let's go back. Okay, this is probably good enough. So what is up guys? This is Aaron from Sound Resolution, and here we are in Dota once again. Looking at a game, I wanted to pick a hero that was a little bit more action-oriented, so this was it was a random draft game, and I decided to pick up Clockwork. I was actually the person that picked their hero first, so I was pretty disappointed when I saw, I guess Undying doesn't completely need farm, but sort of 4 farm-dependent heroes, which means I essentially have to play support Clock, which is something I've actually never done before. I've only played them in a farming role where I can get Vanguard really quickly and things like that. So I buy the Courier, I buy wards once again right off the bat, and I will try to get you guys, videos of me not playing support here, hopefully. So yeah, but here I am. At least this hero is a little bit more action oriented in me pulling off cooler things, hopefully. We will see though. But overall, for those of you who do not know what this channel is, this is not like, oh, this is where I'm a super pro player and I'm in high level skill lobbies and stuff like that. This is me. I'm a low skill level player and I am picking apart really what I do wrong the whole game, and that's kind of what I'm gonna do. And so I get some regen. I was really debating about getting a stout shield, and it was kind of hard. Like, if I went into the lane with a stout shield, I had no regen, so I essentially felt like I had to not do it, because it was probably the right decision because I had a Juggernaut in the lane in case I needed to give him some regen. I could. So here I am, just gonna wait for the rune here. I don't think this is that dangerous, even with a Pudge here. I don't think it's that bad. I can always pick up Battery Assault, or I can cog him away if I want. So here I am, I go for the Haste Rune, and he has Rot anyway, so I don't have to worry. I was thinking about maybe gonna go on him with Battery Assault, but realized it probably wasn't worth it because I would just take equal damage from Rot, to be honest, nearly. So maybe even more. So I figured it wasn't worth it, so I come up here. I'm actually just trying to scout it. We actually had no clue this was a tri-lane at first, and I think Lycan was in the jungle mostly. Because all we saw was the Alk and the Lycan at first. We actually had no clue Shadow Demon was here. Oh no, we did. Yeah, we definitely saw him at some point. And so we kind of had to back up here, which is unfortunate. So this lane, we're at a pretty significant disadvantage, especially because there's a Shadow Demon there in the jungle waiting for a pull. Except he missed, which is unfortunate. Here I am. I decide, you know what? Let's just, I wish he spun earlier. That's the only thing I wish happened. Or I could have been able to skill up. I was able to cancel Salve, so that was really nice. That was a good move. I wish he spun a little bit earlier. For the cogs, that would have gotten more damage. It probably would have killed him as well. So it's a little unfortunate. He's harassing me down here with the wolves. I probably could just run back. I know he's just auto-attacking me with them. He's not really microing them at all. So I probably could just run back here, take a little bit less damage. Probably could have like 50 to 60 or so more health at this point. So that was definitely a mistake. That's kind of what I do here. I'm just going to be picking out my mistakes, team fighting, positioning, all that good stuff. Item choices, and when you're in a game, you always feel like you're making the right decisions, but even like when a good player watches themselves sort of in return, they notice like, oh wow, I made this mistake, or I made this mistake, or I could have been doing this. And so I think recognizing the things is really important, and so watching good players play at a really high level, I think to learn is also really good to watch. As Pudge scores first blood here. It's as equally as important, almost, to sort of watch things that go wrong and things to avoid. Because Dota is about as much as what you don't do as it is what you do. So here I am, I pick up a stout shield. I feel pretty comfortable with getting a stout shield here. Failure was not buying it from the side shop. That was a complete mistake. I actually knew you could too. I literally had done it, I think, right outside the shop, which is unfortunate. I did it a little early, so I don't have it, which means I can't sit up here and harass as easily as I'd want to. So that's pretty big, actually, especially because we need our Juggernaut to get some farm. And there's been a lot of Juggernauts in my game the last few times I've noticed. I like the hero. I think he's a pretty strong hero for certain strategies. For a push strat, he's great. I love him. Other than that, he's not the best carry in the world. But his Omni Slash is pretty awesome. That's a great little, you know, team fight slash save yourself ability just because it makes you invulnerable. So really solid. So this lane has started okay. Our Juggernaut has 6 last hits, which is pretty below average. I had 0 because I haven't even been going for any. But then again, Alka has 2. So we're 3.5 minutes in, and this is how you can tell this is a low skill level lobby. I have about 250 games under my... Not even. I have like 230 games under my belt. And I've watched a ton of Dota. I haven't played as much, and this is what I was trying to do. I could have body blocked him a little bit better. Luckily, he ran into the thing. Very odd disruption. I don't think that was a good one, to be honest. He could have disrupted one of us, and they would have been better off. So here I am. I got the Alchemist in here, which I actually think was the right choice, because we can do some good damage to him. And he has to run away without the support of his Shadow Demon for a little bit. He does have Blade Fury up in 5. I probably could have chased him down with a salve. I get Cogs here. We could go for this kill. That's what I would probably be hoping for. Especially with them standing this aggressively. I think that's what I was going for. I think he wanted to go on Shadow Demon for some reason. I think taking out the Alchemist would have been easier and safer. I'm not sure what I'm doing hanging back here. I can be threatening, to be honest, right here in this area. So now that dual lanes are coming back into the meta of high-level gameplay, it kind of means you can do this in low-level gameplay and not feel like you're not capitalizing. So something we could be doing is pulling this hard camp here with the Tango, knock down into these trees, and I could pull it here. That's probably what we should have done several times, actually. I thought about it halfway through the game about how we could have done that. And these are the things that are the mistakes. Like, I have a lot of game knowledge, but I shouldn't say a lot of game knowledge, but I have a decent amount of game knowledge, but my execution is just wrong. And so I think it's good to go back and look at these sorts of things. So, alright. I'm doing a pretty decent job of denying. I have 4 denies. Wish I had more. I should probably have more, but they actually have the slight level advantage on us, besides Shadow Demon. Well, I guess they means we have the level advantage. That's good. I'm just trying to be threatening. This acid spray really does not do a ton to us at this level, so I'm not worried. Probably be a little bit more aggressive. Other lanes though. Let's check the other lanes. Undying. Looks like they're doing okay-ish. OD's by himself. They tri-laned top, which is the last thing you kind of want to do now in the current meta is you want to do 3 people in the top lane. You don't really want to do that unless you have a dedicated jungler, but they don't really. It's just been Shadow Demon a lot in the jungle. I mean, I guess it's been okay for them, but it's not the most efficient thing anymore is to have 3 people, unless it's like Enigma or something. But I guess you can jungle with Lycan, although his wolves are really weak now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that was very smart, but here I am. I just go in. He disrupts me, which is decent, I guess. And at that point, I realized we probably weren't getting that, so just run back off of that. I noticed a Pudge illusion here, so I was actually quite worried he was here. So here we are dodging it, but we do know that he is over here once that hook flies. So we were pretty good, but I felt like I needed to go back. I felt like I needed to at least. So I run back. To be honest, not the worst choice in the world. I know that Alchemist is not going to be... Like, he can take on Alchemist and Shadow Demon after that fight, to be honest, with a Healing Ward and 1 Blade Fury. So, I don't think it'd be that big of a deal for him to be here by himself. And he gets some solo XP, the lane's pushed back. So, to be honest, I think this is the right choice from me this time. Unlike accidentally buying a Stout Shield and then having to use a Courier trip, which I should be upgrading this Courier. I do that late as well. but at the same time, I wanted to make sure I wasn't completely useless in early team fights, so I was trying to grab items like a stick. Looking back on it, I probably should have gotten the flying. Unfortunately. So here's Lycan, he's jungling. Wow, he's taking a ton of damage. But, like, if we had a ward here, we should probably have ward vision. Especially knowing that they are, 3 top. Probably be helpful. Especially for, like, against the Pudge and something like that. We should probably have ward vision. So, also, again, not good by myself. Unfortunately. Here I am just denying creeps. Which is good. He's, his last hitting has not been great, but then again, you know, low skill level lobby, kind of to be expected. Alright, so Lycan picks up Tranquils, which really is not a good jungling item anymore nearly. Unless you're expecting the wolves to do all the killing. I don't know, I'm not a fan of Tranquils anymore for jungle heroes. It's not like you can't like do a camp and then get that burst HP. It's like 13 seconds and then you have to wait for it to climb all the way back up. There is no like passive regen really out of it. Unfortunately, I have a bad cogs. I actually thought that was pretty much right near the limit of if he gets knocked away by the burn or if he gets caught inside. So I wasn't too upset with myself on that one. That was just a mechanical error, which you know, mechanical errors are one thing. There's something that just get better with time. It's not like you can improve them overnight. So I'm not too worried about those things. I'm mostly worried about my decision making and things like that. Things that I essentially can control right now. And as I just get more game experience, I'll get better at those things later on. So that's kind of been my approach. We obviously know the Shadow Demon's there. I catch him in. Another disruption. That one was pretty good because it was near the end of the cogs. Not too bad. I like that use of Omni Slash, because there would have been no kill without it. So I like that, that's good. All around decent gank. Shadow Demon did just delay it, which was actually really good. I think that disruption was his best disruption. We'll see, but I have wards now, or not wards now, but I have another ward. And I purchased the rest of my wand, and I purchased more wards. And my cool little observer wards that I pointed out that I just got. They look cool. I like them a lot. But here I am back in lane. Shadow Demon doing a really smart thing. And as a support, this is really important. Like, even if you're doing all these pulls and things like that and trying to not take last hits, taking last hits where you can is really important. Like here, Juggernaut's off in the side shop. I should be hitting these creeps. I shouldn't be like, oh, I'm saving these creeps. Like, I let that one go by. That's a complete mistake. So I should be focused on getting this. I might have been worried about the fact that I didn't really know where the other two were. That might have played part of it, but to be honest, I'm Clockwork, I'm pretty hard to kill. I do have hook shot. I mean, I probably could have played that a little bit more aggressively. I was trying to be a little bit passive. This Lycan's been jungling this farm for so long, and when I finally realized it, like, I was like, oh, Lycan is jungling, okay. And we kind of knew he was jungling, but I didn't know he was like jungling that aggressively. Here I am. This is not a bad cogs, to be honest, because he can't get near it, and it makes him run around. So I get hooked here. Not bad by Pudge. Oh, unfortunate. If it was 30 seconds later, that's a dead elk. Omni Slash definitely finish him off. But there's 4 heroes top now. We did get a missing, by the way, from our middle. He did call it. He was doing a good job of letting us know when Pudge wasn't there. So not his fault. Probably just should have been more passive. Probably going for a kill in that situation was not the smartest thing.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Especially with the... did OD just die? Never mind. OD just died. So, yeah, we could have been more passive there for sure. I walked back. That was the only choice I had. I didn't have enough money. I had to do that several times because I was low on cash. Because of an unsuccessful gank and I didn't get assist gold or something along the lines of that. So, unfortunate really. Nothing really 100% in my control other than actually getting kills. Which we failed to do. So, yeah. Unfortunate. So here we are. They're waiting. Oh yeah, Jug walks by Pudge here. We see this. I intended to fire a hook into this. And that was by far, you know, the best thing I could have done. So the cogs wasn't bad. Obviously the hook could not have been worse. Sniper just needs to get out. I think he lives. Oh no, no way. So really poorly executed. I should have hooked when I was over here onto the Pudge. If I did that, he could have spun. I believe Rot. Oh wait, is Rot physical? No, it's magical. So he could have spun. Yeah, that could have been way better if I had hooked when I was over here, instead of literally with here and then Jug here and then Pudge there, which obviously I'm not going to land that hook. So that was a really bad decision. Getting line of sight is insanely important as a clockwork, and it's actually a hero I have a decent amount of experience with. I've played him like probably 5 to 6 times, and I really should be able to hit hooks by now. Like have a little bit better sense of when to hit hooks. He could slash. Yeah, he's smart. Oh no. That was unfortunate. I was thinking the same thing he kind of was. Like, if I get a lucky bounce, then maybe I can get a kill. But with creeps around, it's not really worth it, especially for 120-second cooldown. But, not bad. Sniper's at least able to clean up with his, his one very useful ability. Not even that useful later in the game, unfortunately, Assassinate. What else? We decided we're going to push, which is the right choice at this point. We know they at least are going to be slightly slow to reacting. Alk really needs to work on letting that stun go further, because if he gets a really long stun and kind of baits him in, maybe they can disrupt him as Shadow Demon comes in and set up a kill. And maybe we can't react to it. I just died, yeah, so we'll rewind for this. This was just a really... This was sort of miscommunication. I was like a regen rune, I pinged it, and people like go grab it because they didn't want Pudge to get it. And so I'm like, oh, okay, and I tried to dodge it and I failed. So to be honest, with very little, it was sort of unfortunate timing, but as soon as I saw Pudge, which I saw him when he was here, and I was here, and he probably, oh no, he saw me for sure. He had they had an Obzord here as well, but I should have just backed. There was no reason for me to go for it. That was just, yeah, that was really just a silly play by me. Me thinking like, oh, even if I hook, I'm going to live for some reason. When you see a Pudge one-on-one, it's just, you know, it's a good thing to be wary of the hook and probably just avoid vision if possible. Because you don't want the Pudge initiating on you. If you can initiate on the Pudge, then that's really great. Because he also doesn't provide a lot of team fight. Typically, unless he nails an amazing hook. As Bounty is here getting chased. So they're kind of matching us ward for ward here, actually, which is kind of entertaining. Both using the same wards, which just means actually I need to D-ward. I should be buying sentries. There isn't anything that's been a tell that we've had wards, or that they've had wards, but like they haven't done anything where it's like, oh, they clearly have a ward here. But at the same time, I should be expecting wards, to be honest. Like, most people at the skill level, they do at least do some support item things. So, should be expecting that. I should be probably buying sentries a little bit more, but at the same time, I'm pretty much broke. As a clockwork, I really don't want nothing, because if I hook into somebody that I want to gank or kill, the problem is I'm likely gonna die if I don't have the items I need. So that's kind of why I felt pressure to get more personal items than Jug goes for drums, which I actually kind of like. Considering he's not really the hard carry phase boost drums, I think that's actually pretty smart. Yeah, I like that. So let's go again, back down to me. I hook into an illusion. I actually didn't care if I got an illusion. I just wanted to get in range of the real one, which we had a pretty good feeling of who it was. So that was overall good. It really didn't matter who I landed the hook on, to be honest. The other thing that would have been bad is if he imprisoned me first, like if he had really quick reflexes, which could happen. So not out of the question. Pudge getting a kill. And we decided to push bot after our unsuccessful push on the top lane. And to be honest, Alec and Pudge really not good at pushing, so we feel pretty comfortable being able to beat them to this. No point actually really in dropping. I mean, I guess it was okay. Flesh Totem is about a minute cooldown. Yeah, it is. Okay. So, Flesh Totem, Flesh Column, and Tombstone. There we go. I don't know what I'm thinking. I've been playing Hearthstone a little bit, which I will try to get a video guys out for you guys. I'm still messing around with it. I canceled my TP there. I didn't really see the amount of mana Pudge had. I just didn't want to TP right into a hook, so I was not a fan of that. So I decided I'm gonna come mid lane. I'm gonna grab some farm, and I'm gonna miss last hits like a complete baller. Wow. Could not have been worse. My base damage is solid here. I mean, I should not be missing these results. Not even like I'm still at 60 or anything like that, like some heroes would be at this point. So I see Shadow Demon here. I'm not really too worried. I have Cogs if I ever need them. He doesn't really want to get close to me, but a disruption into a Pudge hook is pretty bad. That's kind of what I'd be most afraid of. Then again, I don't know if they have the coordination for that. Bounty Hunter going through scouting. Finally, I'm getting last hits. Should be dead-eyeing these creeps up. Oh wait, no, I decide I'm going to go help Bounty. Get a kill, even though that's not going to happen. He used per... No, he didn't. He just used Soul Catcher. Okay. So here I am. I see Lycan. I'm trying to save my Cogs for Lycan to really neutralize his speed ability. And I'm okay with eating his damage as long as it keeps him away from my team. It's a support clock. And I barely missed this hook. Let's see how badly I missed this just for fun. It's probably really bad. Oh, wow. That was actually really close. So the move speed, obviously, of the Lycan threw me off. It didn't throw me off. I just misgauged it. So that actually wasn't a bad hook attempt. And here I am. I should, as soon as I see that OD, I should be out of here. But I have Sniper, I have Bounty, so I'm like, hey, we can dive this if need be, which is slightly true, but we don't know what's behind, and that's kind of the scary part. So we all of a sudden we see a TP here. This should be immediately back, like just gone. Like we should not be here. So we should really not be here. Like we should be avoiding that stun entirely, like this. So I dropped Cogs just to discourage a team fight. I've actually burned a ton of mana off of them already, which is kind of funny. I die, I get blown up. Was that the right decision? No, that was not the right decision. But at the same time, I at least did accomplish a little. But that was the wrong decision. I should have just kept running. I won't call that a blatant feed, but that was a little bit of a feed there. So, best part is our Undying is able to at least get some items going, and we have 2 drums, which is unfortunate. Yep, Swiftness Aura does not stack. So that's a bit rough. I always find it important to always check what your teammates have, and I have nothing. I bought a Bracer just because when I died really fast there, and although a Bracer may not save me completely, I thought it was a pretty good idea to pick one up. And so here I am, I see that Undying's in trouble. I have a little bit of indecision, that would be my main mistake here. Once again, I popped Cog defensively. I don't think there's any bit of a problem with this. But then again, I realized we had Bounty Hunter here. And so here I am. I don't want to actually do the animation because I don't want to get out of range of Battery Assault against a really fast-moving Alchemist with Chemical Rage. So I just want to stay in range with the Battery Assault, which allows me to keep up with him. And does the nice mini stuns, and since I went for the Battery Assault build, which I personally prefer. I've done the Rocket Flare build, and that's kind of nice for some flash farming and some offlane stuff. But I really do like the Battery Assault, being able to solo up people literally like level 3, 4, stuff like that. So, and I'm using my, I'm starting to use my flares even though they're not very good. Still only level 2 flares. I'm starting to use them to push out lanes a little. I feel okay with spending 50 mana doing that pretty frequently. I think I do it almost every time. I do it pretty frequently. So that's something that's good. At this point, Lycan could Roche at this point, so I should be actually using Rocket Flares for that. They see this here. I'm impressed. This is either their second or third ward in this spot. Usually, after this ward, usually you don't put it there. After the first time through, you usually put it here or here. But, interesting. Anyways, Pudge is dangerously in our side of the
Dire's middle tower
river.
is under attack.
Sniper cleaning up the tower, which is nice. There's Lycan. Here's Pudge. I land an awesome hook on Bounty Hunter. I'm getting dismembered here. I have a stick charge. I get Astral imprisoned. I'm actually okay if OD uses his ultimate that way. It is a massively long cooldown. If he uses it just for one kill on a kill that literally he just needed to auto-attack one more time, or a teammate even, there was somebody near me, and they could have done that. And I'm sorry for yawning, guys, so much. I am just tired. It was in the last video as well. I did that.
Dire's top tower
Alright.
has fallen.
Oh man, that would have been really unfortunate. I don't think he would have died to that. Kind of depends on his
Radiant's
level.
bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, no. No, you would not have. Alright. So, that's unfortunate. The, oh nice, there you go. So Sniper, does Sniper already have crit? No, he just landed a really big, shot, apparently. That was like one really high number. It must have been a Juggernaut crit, to be honest. Alright. So, there we go. We, win a team fight successfully because they over-pursued to a tier 2. Sort of without their full team. They actually had a ton farming. So here we are. We feel pretty confident that we can take this tier 2. We're like, alright, let's go do it. And so, slinging, we should not be that close together. This is like really, really bad. Jug gets hooked. Alchemist does a good job of coming in invis with an unstable concoction. I don't know why I'm forgetting these things, but here I am. This was almost the perfect cogs I could have gotten. I was really hoping Sniper was going to go a little bit harder on Pudge, but at the same time I understand his propensity to want to leave. Luckily he was able to pop invis as soon as he was hit by the stun. Otherwise he would have been blown up. So then again, we over pursue it. The tier 2 do not do a good job of spreading out, do not have vision, and we get owned because of it. So we deserve that. So the main thing is I didn't set up vision as the support, although I'm dirt poor and I can literally only afford one set of wards, so I wouldn't even be able to get. Now I could get both. Maybe I could have actually back then, but yeah. So I could have had wards. That's a little bit on me for sure. But at the same time, Undying was buying wards. He had a ward, actually. Wow. Okay. Not entirely sure what that was, but okay. Juggernaut, unfortunately, not using. I wanted to at least secure one kill. And we get the Shadow Demon stuck. They really shouldn't be staying. Like, they're like, oh look, we can get one kill, but at the same time, like, they're risking both of their lives to try to get this one kill. And this is just a silly dive. Like, he doesn't really need to do this. Sniper picking up the kill, which is a good thing. I think I'm looking to save up for Ags at this point. I wanted to trap him in the tree line, but he does a good job of semi-juking us, but then gets stuck in by some creeps, which was awesome for us. We had actually no clue Alk was here. Or we should have, but we did not. I didn't have hookups, so I don't think there would be any way we could catch him out anyways. So, no harm, I don't think. I'm running back once again because I'm taking a ton of damage and taking a ton of punishment. I don't have a Vanguard, and it's not even just for the blocking of the damage, it's just for the HP boost, really, and the HP regen boost. And I could be working on Ags already, and I don't remember if I go Ags here or not. No, I'm pretty sure I go for the full Vanguard because I felt like... I don't know if going Vanguard here is smart anymore, actually. I wanted the HP regen, I believe is what I wanted.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Because the amount of stops I've had to go, I pick up the VIP booster here, I believe, and the amount of stops I had to make at the fountain was really annoying me. I felt like I was out of a couple of skirmishes that I could have changed. And Clockwork's such a good team fighter because he can like separate people and isolate people, obviously inside the cogs. But then again, he can like split the fight into 2 pieces. Some really useful things about Clockwork. I really love the hero. Pudge, Hook actually wasn't even close because like Sniper would have had to be standing like here for that to land. So unfortunately for them, not close. Bounty, they have a ward here now. This is pretty dangerous by him. Oh, he puts in another ward and sees that he runs north. This is pretty funny. Does he put another one down? Oh man, that'd be great. Oh, they see him again. Disrupt? No follow-up. Do they get this? Oh, he doesn't get off the, Wow, but they pick up the bounty, they get Roach. That's a pretty big win, actually, for them. They did use 4 Sentry Wards to track him down, but at least they have good vision for when bounty comes through. These two are a little unfortunate. But yeah. Not much our team could have done there. Bounty was kind of off by himself. And as a bounty hunter or any of his hero, when you're going into the enemy jungle, it's just kind of, you're just playing with fate there, to be honest, in case they have any detection or not. And they were smart enough to have detection, and they get a free kill. I believe I fired this rocket. No, I fired towards the mid lane. I actually could have fired it here. That would have really pushed the lane really hard at this. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Actually, no, it probably wouldn't have, because it would have pushed into the tower at the 30-second mark when creeps spawn. Or roughly when creeps spawn. And, I know, they still get in tower range, so it would have been better if I had fired the rocket probably at the bot lane instead of the mid lane. Here we go though, Pudge has a ton of health because of all these kills. So that's kind of unfortunate. Pudge is becoming more and more of a problem just because of the difficulty of killing him, not necessarily his ability to kill everybody. So that's something we should probably be keeping an eye on. I'm not sure that was actually really entirely the focus. I finally pick up a 30-minute Vanguard, which is like pro time. Like that's when most competitive pro players finish, you know, their Vanguards as a Clockwork. But you know, all kidding aside, you know, I feel like it at least gives me the HP I'm looking for. That's really about it as a support. So I'm okay with this. I don't know. Going into an Aghanims, if I were to do that, it's not even like I'd have it that early right now. So that's kind of the worry. I'm standing around doing nothing, which is the classic move that I do. I'm just looking at the map usually at these times. Like if you guys are wondering what I'm doing when I'm sitting still doing nothing, being extremely unproductive and unvaluable, I'm usually looking at the map trying to see what I should be doing, but I've talked about this before. Sometimes you just have to make a decision and just go with it. And sometimes it's the wrong decision, but at least you're making a decision. So, and then with time, you'll learn what's the right and wrong decision. Oh my gosh. He's dead. There it is. Okay. That took a little bit too long for them, probably. And we need to just yeah, run back. Really bad move by Lycan. There's no reason for him to go into this. So I'm like, I felt kind of like I was gonna die, and I wanted to get back to this fight in the middle. Nice soul rip, to be honest, for me, allowing me to keep my health up. I really appreciated that. But then again, Lycan, once again, is just too deep. He's going to take some tower shots. And if Alk didn't have a BKB, this is a completely different fight, so really good item choice for him. Jug is dead. And here is, they probably pursue a little bit too much, unfortunately for them. Sniper should assassinate this. Oh, he doesn't have the mana. Nice. Well, Undying getting kills is really nice. Undying is a very, very good hero in my opinion. I actually think he's a little underrated now. I mean, obviously he's not on the pro scene as much, but I think with aggressive tri-lanes coming back in, teams might consider putting him in certain lineups again. I think he's really powerful. In Captain's Mode games that I do play, I'll probably show, and actually I just played one, but we had like a triple support lineup. We had like Jakiro, Omni, and another like Lion, I think, and we essentially I was Jakiro and I was in the lane with Omni, and he like farmed our Radiance, so we had like a semi-carry Omni Knight. It was pretty funny actually, but
Dire's structures are fortified.
I actually did a really good job as Jakiro in that game in team fighting situations, which I'm trying to focus on mostly. I'm trying to get better as a team fighter and sort of figuring out what I need to do when I need to do it. So Lycan's pretty scary here. Does he have a basher? No, he doesn't. So it's not as scary if he had a basher. If he had a basher, then that's really just like, so his solo kill potential goes through the roof. Even on somebody like Bounty Hunter. This is really not smart, because if he, I decided we're apparently going on OD. I intentionally, let's watch this in slow motion. I believe I was on the opposite side of OD actually on this one. And so, I was like here, and so I made sure, I was at least, it wouldn't have hit me anyways, but I was trying to make sure that I didn't get hooked out of it. So here you go, and Sniper just gets blown up because Alk actually has a Maelstrom. So not bad. Alright, Cog here, and I'm trying to think of what I want to do. I just got the mana for a TP. I could have stick charged, cogged, and TP'd out. That's probably what I should have done, like TP right here. Right there, there we go. Probably what I needed to do. I do have my Ogre Club, or sorry, that's Pudge's items. So yeah, I have nothing. I don't know why I thought I had an Ogre Club, and you know, an Ogre Club, a Point Booster, and a Staff of Wizardry in 4 minutes. But that would be pretty amazing, considering where I was. Anyways, things really aren't looking that good for us, unfortunately. There's been some teamfight errors. I think hooking the OD was the right decision. I don't think that was that bad. I think picking him off is extremely important. That's actually kind of a huge miss. Although Al coming in here with a DD. That's pretty scary. This Lycan is just way too aggressive, in my opinion. I know the point of Lycan is being aggressive on towers and pushing and using your wolves for scouting and things like that, but at the same time, you have to realize when you don't have complete 100% farm, and it's not really that useful for you to just be diving under tier 4 towers tier 3 towers, tier 2 towers. We're not even at tier 3 yet. Holy cow, we've actually held on to this somehow. But diving tier 2 towers doesn't make a ton of sense, in my opinion. When the heroes could be nearby. Especially such as myself. I think that would be the main one that they would have to be worried about. I'm the only form of initiation. I mean, Bounty can go for some solo pickoffs occasionally, but they seem pretty well prepared for them. It's sort of up to me to get these pickoffs now, or get people out of position and make them pay for it. Alchemist picks up a Basher, so that's not good. His solo kill potential goes through the roof, as I've said before. I think Basher is just such an excellent item on strength heroes. I think you kind of need it. Doing some warding, and people like some supports. I think part of the problem is they go ward in the first few minutes, and then they just never buy wards again. And you can't really do that. You have to always be constantly buying wards. And although it's not, some people may not view it as fun. I don't mind it personally. I enjoy playing support, but it's just something that's just part of the nature of playing Dota, is playing a team and trying to make sure you win. And it's up to Sniper to not die and to farm. It's up to, you know, he can't go for every single kill he wants. He hasn't been too bad, but let's look at the, I don't know why I'm looking at that, but here we go. So here I am. I'm 2, 8, and 10, which is really not good, obviously. Hero level, though, something that's sometimes more important, is I am level 12. I am the lowest in the game because I've constantly been not. This is really good though. This was really solid. Nice imprisonment by him to see if anything can happen here, but he's so dead. I'm making sure not to hit him. I do not want to take this kill. We immediately jettison out of here. They told us they were coming, which was really nice of them. And then, this is the problem with not having a teleport scroll, ladies and gentlemen. You need to have it. This is where, he should just be TPing right now. I don't know why he's waiting. He's sort of our carry, so... Because Jug went with an aggressive build, Undying's mostly a team fighter, and Bounty really hasn't been... I mean, Sanjin Yash is nice, but it's not the most impressive, item here. So... I'm not sure the Disrupt was necessary on the Alchemist, and this is the problem, is he's not using his stun very well. Nice forced out into a Dismember Rot by Pudge, but at the same time, this is the problem, he's getting hit by zombies, and he's gonna die, because Undying is just, actually, Undying was probably our MVP, to be honest. He won us a lot of team fights that we should not have won. Oh my gosh, we did not, nobody died, wow. Wow, so we get 4, all of a sudden things are looking pretty good, and we're like, yo, let's go for racks. And so, this is probably the right call to do, is to push this lane as a group. But we're awesome, we don't have a mech. I guess that would come down to me. For some reason, Undying's going for Hags. Not sure it's the best choice, but, oh well. I don't know actually too much about Undying's item builds. So maybe somebody else can tell me about that. I don't know. So if you guys know, definitely let me know. I totally accept criticism of my videos or my gameplay or anything like that, or something I missed, or, you know, obviously there's the warning that I'm not very great at the game and I'm learning, and I know there's a lot of people who are learning who are near my skill level who may be interested in a video like this. So that's kind of why I do it. I pick up the point booster for my Aghanims, trying to get there. But we did a essentially 4-1 split push, and we're backing away. Jug probably should be gone by now. But he's picking up that farm. Okay, yeah, so really good actually. We were able to take out the tower, we were able to push in lanes. Only one that's a concern really is the mid lane here. Somebody should go farm that. I'm firing a rocket flare. Like I do. I think this will be okay. I don't think this will push that hard. Yeah, okay, good. So I'm sending rocket flares constantly to clear lanes to make sure they're not getting pushed in too hard. So I'm doing a good job of that. My rocket flares, I think, are solid this game. I could be doing the Roche Pit. That is the one thing that I'm not doing well with that skill. My cogs have been hit and miss. I've used them probably defensively a little bit too much. I had one down here that was good defensively, but the one up here I used defensively, and the one I used in the mid lane defensively. Oh, sorry, that was actually in the river. Those were not as good. Probably would have been better left just running away. My hooks have been pretty good. I actually haven't missed that many, as Jug is trying to solo up to, I don't know, 2 carries who are actually pretty farmed. Lycan is decently farmed. Yeah, he's okay. Not very good, to be honest, but enough to where he's still gonna hurt a little. Unfortunate hook there by Pudge. I find it interesting they were so nervous about this. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, he almost died. Wow. So we kind of trade Jug for Alk, and that's okay with me, to be honest. Wow, that was close. Unfortunate for the poor little sniper. Unfortunately, you can't see. Oh no! Yes, I successfully juked that one. Thank goodness. So he was actually also a little bit too off to the side. But if I had just run straight like that, I still would have been caught by it. But I did do a little juke to at least ensure. And then I do the awesome thing here. I'm trying to play an award here. I don't know why, and I die. And I deserve that. And my teammate was like laughing because he was like, how did you not see that coming? And I totally should have seen that coming. And yeah, I just don't know why I didn't think that would happen. So definitely my fault. So that was a really bad choice. Warding, to be honest, the wards we have are good enough. I could put one here, maybe. Get some good vision. I could even put one here. Get some good vision of the lane. But really, me trying to plant a ward here, I don't think it's that valuable, especially because, like, we know they're going to be defending the high ground if we push, and quite frankly, we can see them because they constantly like being in the lanes, and we have decent ward vision of where they can farm, which is their jungle. So I don't think it's really that was really, really dumb of me. So I've had 3 or 4 deaths, which have been like total feeding deaths, completely unnecessary. But that's just sort of the nature of being a support, is if you make a mistake, you're automatically dead. So, I'm not actually that upset about my levels or anything. The deaths are unfortunate. I have secured some kills, though, for our carries, which is important. Yeah, I'm just thinking of that Jakiro game I played, and I played much better. I might do a commentary on that. Our drafting was a little weird because we did have the triple support thing. Although Omni can be played pretty aggressively. So, good job by us taking Roshan. And here I am looking for a hook if need be. I showed myself, which was by far the smartest thing I could do. Unfortunately, that happens. Soul Rip, really good. Actually, essentially saves me. Probably would have lived without it, but still really nice that he did that. Just in case I die. So here I am. I'm on the fringe. Here's like team fight is going. Lycan is running away. This was by far my smartest decision of the team fight. I'm here. I trap myself in with Lycan. I die. But at the same time, if I don't hook him, Lycan's over here by now, and there's no way Jug kills him. So trading me for a Lycan throw, perfectly fine. I'm 100% okay with that decision, going in with no health, just to make sure we can secure the kill on all of them. I think that was probably maybe even my best decision of the game, maybe my best play. So I realize I'm so far behind that, you know, I can't be the normal clockwork that I normally play, so this is really odd for me. I'm not really tanky, I'm not survivable at all by any means. I have 6 armor, which is pretty bad at this stage of the game. I mean, Sniper has 23, Juggernaut has 31, even Undying has 28. Bounty has 20, and I have 6. So at this point, I'm just kind of realizing, as we're going for straight tier 4s here. Wow, we took out the tier 4s. We're going straight for the GG, apparently. And yeah, we're gonna get it. Alright, solid. I actually don't remember the ending. Oh wait, maybe we don't. Oh wow, they actually save it. They save it, holy cow. I don't remember that. Nice dodge by the sniper. So I've played a ton of mistakes. I usually prefer showing the games I play more poorly in. Like the Jakiro game I played pretty well in, and I made a lot of good team decision fights. Or team fight decisions. I said that backwards or jumbled up, whatever. So yeah, I usually prefer showing my worst games, to be honest. So unfortunately I'm 310, but I do have 18 assists. I have actually been pretty vital in a lot of kills. I've been responsible for a couple of snipers kills. And I've just helped overall, at least with the warding game as the only support, as sort of a non-support-ish kind of character, although Clock can be played in support, to be honest. Role, I'm just not used to it, so I was overly aggressive, and I died too often, thinking I could at least tank a little bit up and run away and stuff like that. So I don't do a good job of that. So I wanted my Aghanim Scepter, so I kind of sold everything I had besides my Phase, my Vanguard, and my Aghanims, which to be honest was... It's only 1 rocks down, that's probably a bad decision. But, yeah, it's probably a bad decision, but I thought we were going to win, so that's why I did it. Aghanim Scepter on Undying. What does that do? It doesn't really do all that much, does it? I mean, it's pretty good for a team fight. And I guess everything is percentage based, so it's actually not bad. It scales pretty decently, I guess. Other than that, he's going Manta style with a BKB. Okay, I like that. If he gets a Manta style and a BKB, that's actually really, really good for Sniper. So here he is, he's farming up here. Shadow Blades with the new 28-second cooldown from 6.79. Is he going to go on this? He really shouldn't, yeah. Okay, good. Sorry, my throat is a little dry right now. Oh well. But I'm thinking about, I might get into live streaming at some point in the coming months, because I think it might be interesting just for people to drop in occasionally and check out, like, sort of what's going on, and maybe get a better representation of my everyday stuff, because the games I've shown, besides maybe game 2, have all been pretty bad for myself. I might do the Jakiro game. I might replay that. I might replay it, watch it, and then do it. Undying played probably played the best, to be honest. Lycan really wants his totem, but to be honest, realizes he can't get it without dying. So, really smart move, and they can't do anything. They really have a fear of coming out to this, I keep calling it a totem, a tombstone. I don't know why I keep calling it a totem. But this is huge. Like, all these zombies here is really affecting the fight. They're doing a decent amount of damage, but mostly they're doing slow and a good amount of harass. So, Jug with a good ult. Unfortunately, he just didn't get more. And so I'm just making sure he has nowhere to go. Undying gets the kill, which is excellent. And so I start to play better near these ending team fights where there is a lot of damage to back up. And I'm not the main target if I put myself in a bad position, because quite frankly they couldn't care less about me. So as a support clock, that's kind of what you have to be looking for. I miraculously was able to Jug burst him down so hard here. That was really well done. There we go, we take second racks. There's really no point in us actually taking out the racks. We should just go hit the Ancient and win the game. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed at least a different style of Dota video in my quest to becoming a very good Dota player. Probably be quite a while, but I hope to see you guys on my next video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, this is Aaron from Sound Resolution, and I'll see you next time.